Okay.
Nintendo's been around long enough that canonically, timeline-wise, hypothetically, if there was a scene in Red Dead Redemption 2 with John and Arthur sitting around a campfire, they could bust out a deck of Nintendo playing cards. So it's natural that a company that discovered games being their repertoire over the past 35 odd years have shipped some games I love, you love, don't get enough recognition or love that they deserve. Even in the most hardcore Nintendo audiences, there are some games I love that I never see referenced. Maybe they're bad, maybe they're not, but I do think they are unique enough and special enough in my heart to shout out in a video like this. So today we are running through a few games from Nintendo's very deep, extensive catalog of games and giving them the attention that is long overdue. First up is an entry in the apparent Mario Sports brand. Now look, Mario Sports titles, they sell very well. So if you're a little iffy already on why I'm picking a Mario Sports title on this list of underserved, underspoken of, underrated Nintendo games, I'm not talking about Strikers or Sluggers as much as I love them. No, we are spotlighting something that I never see get brought up. One of my favorite games released on the Nintendo DS, Mario Hoops 3-on-3. Basketball is one of the two sports I stumbled my way through in my preteen years, but let me tell you, being able to play a fun basketball video game was way more enjoyable than anything I did in a Boys and Girls Club gym when I was 12. It's really clever in working a point system into the mechanics of the game through coins you collect on the court, and you're rewarded with bonus points for a standard basket or a three-pointer based on the number of coins you collect. Like the great Mario Sports titles, it's a good mix of arcadey fun action with a pretty solid take on the sport it's adapting. And yeah, Strikers and Sluggers, like I said, they do it great, you know? They blew up, there's some hardcore fans, hashtag bring back Strikers, it's all there. But Hoops deserves more, okay? Plus, you can posterize Mario as a Moogle. Did I forget to mention? The game is developed by Square Enix. So there's a ton of Final Fantasy references, including 5 unlockable characters that you can have on your 3-on-3 teams. As a kid, I don't think it set in how wild of a concept this was, but the notion that there's a Mario Sports title where you can have a team of Daisy, a Cactuar, and Boo. Let me tell you, friends, that deserves a hell of a lot more credit and talk than I've seen in the last decade. I, for one, would love a sequel to the game, and it's really entered that state of one of my dream video game sequels that will never come to fruition because it is too hyper-specific, but man, if I wouldn't love it. And I've seen rumors, especially today and this past weekend, that like, hey, maybe there's a new Mario Sports title hitting in 2020. It's probably gonna be golf, happy for the golf people. If it was Strikers, I'd be over the moon. I'm not gonna say no to Strikers, okay? But if you can offer me Strikers, or being able to break Cloud Strife's ankles as Luigi, come on, it's not even a question. Speaking of dream sequels, if we go further back into my history with Nintendo, we come across none other than the best platformer on the Nintendo 64. That is Donkey Kong 64. That's right, Mario. Take a break, take a lap. Do you have a game that you loved dearly as a child? You probably played it for hundreds of hours, learning every inch of the game, from mechanics to environments and characters and world building. Maybe you didn't even see everything it had to offer, only to grow up and find out that the internet hates it with a passion for allegedly killing one of the most enjoyable genres that video games have produced since they began. Is it just me? Okay, it might just be me. DK64 is my second favorite game of all time, and I can tell you, with that lofty statement, it very much has problems, but I really don't think the problems break the game as much as people say they do, or at least act like they do. I for sure have the bias of nostalgia, but as a kid who couldn't get a ton of games just because of financial reasons, I saw DK64 as a perfect game that just kept on giving. Every inch of that world is just dripping in style and charm. From the beginning, a very cozy home that DK rests in, and one that really feels lived in. It's really emblematic for me of why I love this game. It's dripping with love and flavor of spice that Mario and Banjo wish they could get in their Sunday brunch. Thankfully, though, as time has gone on, I've seen more and more people my age, as we begin to invade the games industry, really get out there and spill out some love for this game. Specifically, Barrett Courtney, Blessing Adeoye Jr., shout out. Shout out! You know, you understand it, you get it. and I respect that. Another character in the Mario universe that I've always had a pretty big fondness for is Wario. I just love his like weird, disgusting little goblin look that he has going on that is not present at all in any of the other Mario cast ensemble. Even Waluigi has a cuter face than Wario. Wario's got like... His biggest attraction is... Waluigi smells like Axe, you know? Waluigi... And he just looks like a little goblin. There's something about him, man. My main experience with WarioWare comes from WarioWare Smooth Moves on the Wii, a minigame collection with different themes for a variety of campaigns, from a 70s-inspired disco vibe to looking back at Nintendo's own history. Smooth Moves was always a blast because it used the function of motion in the Wiimote to get really creative in what each minigame could be. Some of them only lasted 3 seconds, but the minigames in WarioWare were able to excel at the Wiimote motion gimmick more than a lot of other Wii games. Almost every single game that you look at, within a split second, you understand what you have to do, and it's completed based on instinct. Link's gliding on a Korok leaf, turn the Wiimote to guide him to the platform, and you're done. Nintendog sits in front of you, reach out your hand for a high five. Villager casts a line, reel in your catch. Gets scored with a C+. Not a C bass. In terms of the series returning, a WarioWare on Switch makes too much sense. The Joy-Con essentially have all the same function as a Wiimote, and it baffles me that Nintendo chose to do 1-2 Switch to highlight the Switch's features and unique aspects, rather than a new WarioWare. You know, like that just seems like the right answer. And lastly, we enter the world of Pokemon spin-offs. There's too many. First up, I want to shout out Pokemon Ranger. Pokemon Ranger was legit, okay? I remember in like the Diamond and Pearl anime, they introduced the concepts of Pokemon Rangers where they find these Pokemon Rangers that like go into the wild and help hurt Pokemon. They don't hurt Pokemon, dear God. You use the stylus to like draw circles around Pokemon that are dancing around on the map to get a partner Pokemon and help them out. I never finished it, but it was a cool idea. But the big one, the big boy, that never gets the recognition it deserves is Pokemon Colosseum, and I guess if you want to, you can count Pokemon Gale Darkness as well. I just play Colosseum. With the dawn of the Switch, so many people were expecting and were anxiously awaiting the first ever 3D Pokemon adventure. Well, let me tell you, we got it already. Pokemon Colosseum gives you a unique take on the Pokemon world. You start out with 2 partner Pokemon. It really opens up the idea of Pokemon on a console in a way that really was kind of copied in Sword and Shield. You still go town to town, although you do transition to each town with cutscenes. You still capture Pokemon, although it is very limited in the number of Pokemon you're allowed because of the story. But really, at the end of the day, it's still a Pokemon 3D console game. Does not get enough love, does not nearly get the attention it deserves, and Nintendo, if you want to do a remaster of this, I'd buy it. But that is everything I wanted to shout out today in terms of my picks for the best Nintendo games, from my side at least, my opinion, that I never really see brought up online. If you enjoyed the video, I'd like to hear what you have to say. What do you think of my picks? Are they not deep cuts enough? I know I didn't go super deep, okay? But they deserve some attention and love, okay? These are certified classics in my mind. If you don't agree, I'd love to hear what you have to say. What are your favorite Nintendo games that do not get enough love or attention? Comment down below, let me know. And if you're new to the channel, if you're new to JoyCollects, we have a ton of stuff on the channel, from gaming to Star Wars to Nintendo specifically Pokemon recently. My friend Jack is playing through his second Pokemon game. He played through Blue for the first time last year, and we're doing Crystal now, so that show is available. And if you would like to get more involved with the channel, if you want to support me and my friends here, you can go to patreon.com/joyclicks, see a variety of bonuses and benefits you get for supporting us at just $1. I think this is the return of Chun Up. We'll see. I always like doing editorials, so I guess that's what you can call it. Rants? Rants is more accurate. Although I do write this ahead of time, mostly. So yeah. Side note. We see these rumblings, we see X-Play, we see G4 coming back. G4. Hey. You hired?
Okay.